All right, first order of the day, guys. $7 for 3.4 miles. Not too bad, actually. Let's go ahead and accept that. I'm at a Tesla supercharger right now, so I'm going to go ahead and unplug. We got about 50% state of charge, so let me go ahead and get that going so that we can go ahead and pick up the first order. Navigate to 53 West Wilson Bridge Road. So we have parking lot selected. I see Huey Magoo's right in front of me. I've been wanting to try out this restaurant. Apparently their chicken is really good. But yeah, we have parking lot selected. The first two spots up here are mobile only pickup, and this is a handicap spot. So I'd like for it to avoid all of those, which it does. And it's probably going to steal this spot right here. Fantastic, fantastic. You see how clearly it observed the handicap, and to me, I can't, there's no data to back this up, but it avoided those mobile pickup order spots as well. So it looks like it's going to correct itself a little bit. It's going to put itself in reverse. Parking has been really, really good with this build. Just a little bit off to the right there, so it's going to correct it. You can see right there. And that should do it. It should just park right there. Perfect. Let's go ahead and pick up the first order, guys. All right, so we got the food, we got the address submitted. All we got to do is click self-driving and we are off. I think it's about an 7-8 minute drive from Huey Magoo's. So I'll see you once we get a little bit closer to the customer. So this will be an apartment complex, and it looks like it's going to be right around this bend to the left. Typically with apartment complexes, I'll do curbside style drop-off. And for anybody that is not familiar with Tesla FSD, you have a couple different drop-off options that you can choose from: curbside, street parking, driveway, things like that. So for apartments, I'll usually do curbside just because it's a quick, entry for me, and I'll just drop it right off and then get back to my vehicle, and I shouldn't really block anybody for too long. Typically, depends on the area. This seems pretty open, so I'll do just that, let it park. And now we just have to go and deliver the food. So let's do that. All right, so we just dropped off the first order. We're going to cruise over to the central point and hopefully get the second order very soon here. If you are celebrating Storm Day, happy Storm Day to you. If you're watching this, there's a high likelihood that you are in the path of this historic winter storm of 2026. It is quite the event. I am prepared. I hope you prepared. By the time you're watching this, I would probably have already gotten 8 to 10 to 12 inches of snow here in Columbus, Ohio. It is a crazy, crazy winter storm. Currently, it's 14 degrees outside Fahrenheit, but the feels like temperatures are in the negatives. And so I have my gloves on. I have the car heated. This is a good reminder that if you are driving an electric vehicle, and you typically only charge up to about, let's say, 75 to 80%, because that is the sweet spot normally for normal weather where it's not too cold, not too hot. That's the average percentage of which most EVs should get charged up to based on the battery health. Now, this is a good time to extend that to 100%. So I encourage you, if you are if you're driving an electric car, go to the supercharger, charge up at home, but unlock all the way to 100%. It's going to make the difference between you having that extra charge in the event of an emergency, and it's probably just worth the risk of degrading your battery a little bit. It's not going to degrade too much, but I know for me, I'm going to, after this shift, go back to the supercharger and charge all the way up to 100%. It's been really hard to get good battery range with this type of temperatures. It is very cold. I'm depleting my battery very fast, and it's quite frankly taking a while to charge back up because of these really Arctic temperatures. So good reminder. Yeah, with that, let's go over to the central point. Hopefully we'll get another order come in here in just a few moments. All right, so we got $8.50 for 5 miles. That was just about 10 seconds after I said that we will wait for the second one. Didn't take very long. Ming Flower Chinese Restaurant. That's not too bad. Let's go ahead and accept that. Not the best offer, but things seem a little bit slow. So let's do this. Navigate to 475 Lozelle Road. Okay, there we go. And I don't have to interact with the car because we're already in drive. When I update the address, it just automatically routes you to that new destination. So I don't have to disengage full self-driving. I don't have to really end the trip. All I have to do is just give a voice command and it will go to that new destination. It makes it very, very seamless, very flawless, which I really like. So it looks like it's going to have us make a quick U-turn here. One thing I would do that FSD is not doing is I would just pull into one of these like quarters here on the left side. We're behind a plaza, as you can see, usually the, you know, the truck drop-off zones and stuff like that. I would make a U-turn here instead of going all the way down and then making a U-turn down there. Save some time, but again, full self-driving sometimes doesn't choose the most optimal way to do things. Sometimes it chooses safety over speed, which, you know what, I'm okay with. So anyways, it looks like we're 5 minutes away. It's not a bad offer at all. So we're going to go ahead and navigate over there. I'll see you shortly. Okay, we got the green arrow to turn right, so we shouldn't slow down. It did that just as it should, went right through, and then we're going to be making a left into this plaza. The restaurant's going to be right here on our left side, that Ming Flower Chinese restaurant. One thing I wish my Tesla had was the ability to control my climate, so like 67, 68, but in half increments. I know it's such a silly request, but sometimes this vehicle gets so warm so fast that there's not an optimal, like right now I would like for it to be 67.5. 68 is a little bit too hot. 67 is a little bit too cold. So I just wish that they implemented a incremental, you know, 0.5 adjustable climate control option for customers. It would be great. All right, you can see it's parking. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and pick up the second order, guys. All right, guys, second order secure. I just added the address and clicked on start self-driving. So the car is now going to drive itself to the customer. Real quick, guys, if you're enjoying this video, go ahead and click on that like button for me. It really does help out these videos. I know a lot of you guys like these DoorDash FSD series videos. So if you do enjoy it, go ahead and click on that subscribe button down below and like the video for me as well. I really, really appreciate all of the continued support. You guys are really, really the best. All right, guys, so we're approaching the second customer's drop-off point. It actually looks like it's going to be a medical facility. So we're definitely going to stick with parking lot because I do not want to block any front entrances when it comes to hospitals, doctor's offices, things like that. So we have parking lot selected. We'll let it park. Hopefully it parks us relatively close to the front. I haven't been to this area yet, but it looks like, as you can tell, pretty much this building here on the left is where I think it's going to have to make its way towards. Yeah, it looks like it's going to make its way over to the left here. Got that 0 mile per hour stop. Clear on the right, clear on the left, and we're able to go. So, I mean, it looks like I could have done a curbside, but I'm not going to do that. I would leave that wide open for emergencies, for people that actually need that. So we're just going to go ahead and cruise around. Hopefully there's a spot somewhere. Looks like there might be a spot right here that's not reserved. Yeah, that looks like a wide open spot. So what it's going to do is it's going to reverse in, which is great. As you can tell, it pulled up a little bit forward past the spot, gave itself a good angle, put itself in reverse, and now it's going to finish the job, which is great. Really good centered. Let me show you the cameras. Good center line, a little bit close to the left, but not by much, maybe an inch or two. So looks good. Let's go ahead and deliver this customer their food. Okay, so we just dropped off that order at the hospital and we got a new one, $6, 2.6 miles, Tim Hortons. Let's go ahead and accept that. I don't know how far we are from Tim Hortons. Let me see. Navigate to 2415 Schrock Road. Okay, it looks like, let's see how far. 4 minutes, half a mile. Not bad at all, guys. That's pretty good. Pretty good offers so far. I don't think I had to even decline one yet. Let me see what it's doing here. It's going into this parking lot. I don't know if there's an exit. I don't think there's an exit out of this parking lot here, is there? It's probably going to have to find its way back out. I'm not exactly sure why I chose to go down here, but you could see the map now has us kind of going up that way, around, and then towards the main road. So not the best decision there. It's just going to lose a little bit of time, maybe 30 seconds, a minute, so nothing too crazy. But anyways, we will see you once we get a little bit closer to Tim Hortons. All right, we got the green arrow. We have this Toyota Corolla also trying to make a turn. We let them pass. FSD made that U-turn very nicely, and now we're going to make a immediate right. Tim Hortons is right there. You could probably start to see it. The temperature has dropped 2 degrees since I last checked in with you guys. It is now 12 degrees Fahrenheit and dropping. We have parking lot selected. The front door is right there. So I'm happy with the decision that it's making in terms of choosing the parking spot. It's a little over the line. I think it might, let's see if it's going to correct itself or not. It did not. Interesting. It's a little close to this side. It's not technically over the line, but you can see how much space we have here. So not the best, but anyways, let's go pick up the order. Honestly, I could use a coffee right now too. Maybe I'll grab one later. All right, the coffee's secure, the pastries are secure. Let's go ahead and start self-driving. Shout out to the Tim Hortons homie in there. If you're watching this video, thank you for your support. He was asking me about my camera setup and kind of asking what type of content I do. So thank you so much for your support if you're watching this video, man. I really appreciate it. And thanks for subscribing to the channel too. So it looks like we're 4 minutes away, 1.3 miles from Tim Hortons. And it looks like this is actually going to be a veterinary hospital. So with that, we're going to leave parking lot selected because, again, I don't like blocking businesses, especially if it's a vet or if it's a hospital, if it's a doctor's office. There's no reason to do that. Curbside, I really only do if it's an apartment complex, if it's a single family home, something that I know won't cause issues with traffic or obstruction, nothing like that. So anyways, I'll check in with you guys once we get a little bit closer. Well, that police car was in a rush somewhere. I don't know if they got that 0 mile per hour stop. Maybe if they were using Tesla FSD, they would be. Looks like we're approaching the veterinary hospital right here. Again, we have parking lot selected. So any of these spots right here to our left or to our right should be fine. Let's see. This is an open spot as well. I thought for a second it was going to try and steal those handicap spots, but it did not. So looks like it's going to squeeze right in. I'll let it park. There we go. Let's go ahead and drop this off. All right, guys, order successfully dropped off. We're going to go ahead and drive over to a main hub area, wait for the next offer to come in. It is still 13 degrees Fahrenheit outside, so it is quite cold, but the orders are picking up. It's about, what time is it? 1:45 p.m. Eastern time right now. So lunchtime is on the decline, but it looks like offers are still steadily coming in. So let's go ahead and cruise over to the main area here, and then hopefully we'll get another order come in very soon. Looks like I just got issued a winter storm warning. I think we got one in this area in Columbus and the suburbs 2 or 3 days ago, but they keep issuing that. So it's looking like we're going to get 10 inches of snow here in my area, which is crazy to me. That's going to be the most snow I think I've ever seen in my life. So I'm excited for it. I got everything done, everything prepared, and we'll ride it out. So hopefully you guys are doing the same. Okay, what do we got? We got $7.50 for 11 miles. We're going to go ahead and decline that and wait for the next one to come in. Okay, so we got $6 for 6.6 miles. That's about $1 a mile, maybe a little more than that. We're going to go ahead and decline that as well. Let's wait for a little better offer to come in. Okay, $6 for 11 miles for Red Lobster. That is a big no-no. That's a terrible offer, so we're going to go ahead and decline that as well. Let's wait for the next one. Okay, the Cheesecake Factory, $6.50 for 7 miles. Definitely not great as well. I'm almost inclined to decline it. Inclined to decline? Wow, that didn't really make much sense. Let me just decline it and then wait for another one to come in. I know it's not great for my acceptance rate, but at the same time, I really don't want to just, take offers to take offers. So let me actually disengage here. What I'm going to do is just park up and then we'll wait instead of wasting battery. We'll just go ahead and cruise up right here. We're pretty much right in the middle of a hot spot. As you can see right there, this whole shaded red area is usually really busy. So we're going to post up. We're going to see if we can find a better offer that has a little bit more value. So let's go ahead and wait. All right, there we go. $11.50 for 4.1 miles. So it's a stacked order. We're picking up from Jersey Mike's and then Papa John's, and then we got 2 drop-offs. I think that's pretty fair for 4 miles, $11.50. That's actually really good. So let's go ahead and accept this. And then we have, let's see, is it Jersey Mike's? I think Jersey Mike's is actually right in this plaza. Navigate to 1489 Polaris Parkway. Yeah, it's right there in front of us. I mean, it's in the same plaza. You might be asking why I'm not sharing the address with my Tesla. I like to go back and forth. Sometimes it's just a little bit easier for me to just vocalize the address rather than sharing it here. There's no rhyme or reason to it. So we have to negotiate with this Honda SUV. Looks like we let them go first. And literally, Jersey Mike's is right there. So I told you, this spot, this area, this whole area is really, really busy, generally speaking. So this is a stacked order. Jersey Mike's, I think the other one was what, Papa John's or something like that. But 4 miles for 11 bucks, I can't complain. Okay, we got the turn signal on. Jersey Mike's is right there on that corner. We have parking lot selected. This little cluster is usually really busy. As you can tell, there's a UPS store, a lot of people returning Amazon packages. Then obviously you got food. So it's, I don't even see this guy right there. He's definitely returning an Amazon package. I don't see any spots available in this row. So we're going to cruise around and then hopefully find a spot in the next row. Okay, so we got this car pulling out as we were trying to pull in, but FSD did a good job by staying its ground. It didn't panic, didn't twitch. It's going to steal this first available spot very tight, but it should be able to do it no problem. Should be able to do it on the first attempt here. Let's see. Good, very good. Let's see the parking. Good stuff. All right, let's go pick it up. All right, guys, we got the Jersey Mike's order, start self-driving. That took forever, guys. Jersey Mike's, you guys got to do better than that. I walked in and the ticket wasn't printed at all. So when I walked in, I said, picking up for X customer. And they were like, are you sure it's this location? I had to pull it up, show them, yes, it was this location. Then they went to go look at their system and they found it, but it was never printed. But then there were orders ahead of them. And so it was just, I think I spent maybe 25 minutes and you know, I made sure to communicate that to the customer, and as soon as they gave it to me, at least they made it fresh. I put it right in the bag, so hopefully it stays warm. But because this is a stacked order, I now have to go pick up the second customer's food and then go ahead and drop off this order, hopefully first, so I can get them their food as soon as possible. But yeah, just you know, I don't know. This is like the second time I've had issues with Jersey Mike's. You guys got to do a little bit better there, Jersey Mike's team. But it is what it is. Let's go ahead and head over to, it looks like it's going to be a Papa John's. So it's going to be 5 minutes, a little over 1 mile. So I'll see you once we get a little bit closer. All right, guys, so we're approaching the Papa John's Plaza. It's going to be right here on our right side. I do have curbside selected because I want to see if I can get a quick thumbnail. I've been forgetting to get thumbnails in the last couple of videos. So I'm going to see if I can get a quick thumbnail. It should drop us off somewhere right here. Let's see. Okay, that's good. I might just do a quick thumbnail and then repark on my own. So let me do that real quick. Hey, doing that DoorDash for Chris.
Man, here you go, brother.
Thanks so much, bro.
Sir, have a good one.
You too. All right, so the Papa John's order was ready for us. I'm not surprised because we were waiting forever over at Jersey Mike's. But it looks like at least they had this in front of an oven, keeping it really nice and warm. So I'm really happy about that. I'm going to get it into the insulated bag. All right, I'm going to switch this over to curbside because, as I mentioned in some of the previous videos, for single family homes like this, I like to do curbside. I don't want to block anybody's driveway. I don't want to block anybody's entryway into their home. So curbside for me works excellent, and FSD does a really good job at estimating exactly where it needs to park. A little bit of ice there, not enough to have any slip or anything like that, but it's looking like we are approaching. So we're going to go ahead and let FSD finish the job, park, and then get this customer their food. See if it's going to park here. Perfect. Go ahead and complete the first drop off. All right, so we are approaching the second drop-off point. I'm going to switch this over to curbside because it looks like it's a single family type of situation. So we're going to go ahead and do curbside again. Little bit of ice here. Again, not enough for there to be any slippage, at least I don't think. But let's see here where it's going to drop us off. Right by this street light. Let's see if it's going to park. Good job. All right, let's go ahead and get this pizza over to the customer. All right, guys, so we just dropped off that second order a little bit late because, again, we were delayed by Jersey Mike's, but all in all, a successful drop off. So I'm going to go ahead and call the shift here, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. As always, I'm going to go ahead and put up the total earnings for the shift, as well as how many miles I've driven. I know that's something that you guys asked for, so I wanted to provide that. I'll provide the miles and the total compensation. So if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, I'm asking for your support. There you go. Subscribe. Please subscribe. I'm asking for your support on that. It would mean a lot to me. I'm trying to just, keep growing the channel and bring this content to more and more people. So again, thank you so much for all of your support. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you are in the path of this winter storm, I hope you are safe. You and your families are safe during this storm. It's time for me to go home and get cozy and bring in the snow. So with that, thank you so much. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.